Hey Blake, we really need to talk. I've reached my limit with all of this. I was wondering if you could do something about Bailey?
Huh? What do you mean by that? What about Bailey?
Don't you know? We've talked about this a few times before. Bailey just keeps on making herself at home, and she's been doing this without telling us first. This has been happening day after day. She keeps coming over without telling us and stays for the entire day. Also, she keeps complaining about how I clean up our own house. It's rather frustrating. I feel like I've got no time to relax as she's always here.
How could you say something so cold about my mother? My mother's always there for you.
But what does that even mean for me?
I asked my mom to go around the house. I told her that you're really bad at doing the housework and to help educate my wife. That's why she comes over every day. You're the worst wife for treating this as a problem when it's not.
Why would you even say that I'm bad at housework? I'm trying to do my best every day in my own way. I'm confident that I'm doing housework diligently than other people in their homes. How could you say that to me?
Oh, really? Do you think you're doing the work to that extent? You think you're so funny, Belinda?
Yes, because I make 3 meals a day for the 365 days of the year. Don't you realize that? I've made it all from scratch, and I've never relied on prepared foods or frozen meals. At your request, the snacks that I make for you at 3 o'clock on the holidays are also homemade.
That's just a part of what you've got to do for me as a housewife. My mother used to do that kind of thing for me as well when I was a child.
She did every single thing for you, including all the laundry and cleaning? Don't you realize I do my best every day to make sure I'm not leaving a single speck of dust on the floor or left on any piece of furniture? I separate the washing by color and wash all your underwear completely by hand. I'm the only person in the house who does this every day.
So you're saying that you're trying to do your best at the level you're sitting on? That's pathetic. You forgot to take out the trash the other day. You also failed to iron my shirt yesterday, didn't you?
I didn't do that because I didn't get enough sleep. I ended up just dozing off because I had a fever. If I'm having to wake up at 4 in the morning and only go to bed at 2 in the morning, there's no way I'll be able to get rid of my fatigue.
My mother lived like that as well, and she had no problems doing all the housework. The house was always completely spotless. You say that you're doing your best, but it's meaningless if you're not producing good results. Even a housewife can understand that much, right? You were also a functional member of society up until a few years ago, weren't you? You should understand hard work, right?
I suppose I do. I know I do a lot of hard work. I give 100% of my housework, and I understand that you don't like how I do it, Blake. Well, then please at least tell Bailey to not take my personal belongings when she's in my house.
What are you talking about? What personal belongings has she even taken?
Actually, over the past few months, more and more of my personal belongings have been disappearing from our house. I only recently found out who the culprit was. Every time Bailey comes over to our house, she's taking something without asking my permission first. It's like she thinks it's her God-given right to take my things.
No, just stop. Why would you say that my mother's taking your things? How dare you say something like that to our own son? Those are strong accusations, Belinda.
When I questioned her about it, she said exactly the same thing you just did. How dare you accuse your mother-in-law of stealing? She said she was borrowing my things for a little while and that whatever belongs to my son's wife belongs to her, so it doesn't matter. It obviously matters, Blake. It's my stuff she's taking. She's never returned what she's borrowed. It's just stealing.
Well, to solve it, we can just pretend that we gave her the things as a gift, so don't worry about it. My mother comes to watch and instruct you on how to do your housework every day. You should be grateful. Considering all this, her fees are really cheap, so you should be following her orders.
What the heck are you talking about? She's charging me fees for this? Even though she's bossy and stealing from me? I didn't ask for any of this to happen. I know how to do housework.
Stop making fun of what she's doing and accusing her of theft. You're such a narrow-minded wife. You're so annoying.
Okay, so are you going to replace the books that have been taken from me? Bailey's taken so much that I hardly have any cosmetics anymore. Haven't you noticed those things are gone? I'm almost out of clothing and bags. It's going to cost a few $1,000s to buy everything that she took again.
Are you kidding me? A few $1,000s? I'm not buying any of that crap for you. You can get that yourself with your own money. Don't even think about trying to splurge on clothes and bags with your husband's money.
Are you kidding me? I've got hardly anything left after what Bailey took.
You've got savings from when you used to work like us normal people. Use that so you can buy it again yourself.
But I'm just a housewife right now. I don't have any money to spend on things. Why won't you help me? You're my husband. And yet, you tell me to use up the precious savings I've got? What am I supposed to do if my savings account has nothing left for the future?
Don't you know how to answer your own questions? I guess you have to go back to work if that's the case. If you got time to talk about nonsense like this, then you got time to perfect your housework skills. Stop being so useless and get back to work.
Hey, Belinda, we need to discuss something right now. How dare you talk badly about me to my own son? He's not the one who's treating me like a thief, thinking that I've stolen your belongings. How dare you? Oh, is that so? Is that what he told you I was saying? Stop playing games with me. Don't you dare call me a thief again. You're such a disappointment. Blake told me earlier what you said. He told me to take anything as an instructional fee on teaching you how to clean. He said to take how much I want. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Do you think you've got any right in taking my stuff? Yes, and my son has finally recognized that. From now on, I can come in and out and take whatever I like as payment. You know I was worried about how there was only good food in your fridge. Would you please stop doing this? I've completely reached my limit with you. This is too far. What's that supposed to mean? I'm your mother-in-law and I can treat you however I like. I feel like there's a hole in my stomach from all the stress you've put me under. Since I've become a housewife, Blake has become more strict with the housework. Now he doesn't even treat me as his wife, but just as some housekeeper. No matter how many times I ask you, you still come over like you own the place. You need to ask me to come over. I am so sick of living like this. This is how a housewife should be treated. I'm not saying anything else about it. Everyone used to be like this. I've been told that I'm allowed to do whatever I want as your mother-in-law. Why would you repeat something like this to others when you wouldn't want it done to you? Oh, shut up, Belinda. You're such a terrible wife to my son. Well, most of the time. Who do you think you owe to be able to live in the house that you do? The land that the house is on is that land that I gave to both of you. Yes, you've told me this before, Bailey, but... So what's wrong with going onto your land whenever I like? The land is no longer in your name, Bailey. Even if it's in my son's name, what's mine is mine. That's why I'll continue to go over to your house whenever I feel like it. I don't see what's so wrong about taking what's on the land that my son owns. You can't just do that to me. That's stealing, as those things don't belong to you. Thanks to the money that my son earns, we can live in such a spacious house. I'm too selfish to stop doing what I'm doing, so I don't plan on stopping at all. Also, you're not good at housework compared to me, and you're not very friendly at all. I wonder why my son married such a useless wife. I wish he'd get rid of you sooner rather than later. I'm so sick of you hanging around my son. I guess I see what your true nature is, Bailey. I also just want to leave Blake for how he's treating me and how he lets you treat me like crap. Are you kidding me with this nonsense? How dare you say something like that about my son in front of his own mother? I'll remind my son of the things you've just said to me. He'll make you pay for that. I've had it up to here with both in terms of how you've treated me since I stopped working. I want to be free from you. I feel so trapped when you're both giving me crap. I'm really at my limit now, and if this continues, I am really going to consider divorcing you.
Oh, is that so? If you're going to keep saying that over and over again, then why don't you do that? You're supposed to be my wife and not threaten me. If you keep being like this towards me and my mother, then you leave me no choice but to divorce you.
Are you kidding me? Me threaten you? You're the one doing it to me. You'd really divorce me on something I don't even do to you?
You think you're so cocky. I can't even understand you anymore. We all know you can't live without me, but you keep saying silly things like this. Even if we were to get a divorce, even someone as stupid as you will understand how important it is to have a husband. I'm at the courthouse right now since it's such a short walk from my office. I'll file the divorce papers as you wish and bring them over for you to sign.
What? You're actually going to do that, even though I've done everything that you've ordered me to do?
It's too late to cry and moan about it now, Belinda. I'll immediately file for divorce. Get out of my house, you useless, good-for-nothing wife.
Okay, but you do realize that this is my house, right? Oh, wait, but you're really filing for the divorce papers right now?
Yes, that's what I just said. I'm filing for the divorce papers right now. I'm staring at them intently. I scribbled your signature in the text box. The people at the courthouse quickly accepted my request without saying anything.
You know that it's not a good thing to use someone else's signature on a form like that. Well, I guess for me it's a relief to get the divorce out of the way, so I'll take it as no questions asked. Thank you for divorcing me. That means you need to get out of my house right away, okay?
Hey, what did you just say to me? That house that I used to make you clean up every day, my mother gave me the land and I built the house on it. Therefore, that house on that land is mine, not yours. You need to pack your things and get out as soon as I come home.
Now just hold on a minute there, pal. Aren't you forgetting some really important details, Blake? It's true that you built that house, but then you put all the details in my name. The house, the land it sits on, all have been transferred from your name to mine.
Are you kidding me with this crap right now, Belinda?
You're the one who said that to me right after it was finished being built, didn't you? You're the one who said that a wife should stay at home, so I just obeyed your orders, Blake. You said please quit your job and move into the house. At the time, you were still treating me well and were much more of an adult about things. You said when I become a housewife, everything will be in your name. That's what your promise was to me, right?
Oh, okay. I somewhat remember what I said to you. At the time, I did write that the house and land are in your name.
Yes, and did you realize that giving up your job to start a family is a huge risk as well? So I was super anxious if we got a divorce or if something happened to you, so you made that promise to me. You said that you'll change the names to mine on the document so that I'm in safe hands no matter what happens. That's when you started to beg me to become a housewife.
I really can't believe this. What am I supposed to do now? I've already filed the divorce papers.
Well, tough. You've got no rights to this house anymore, Blake. You shouldn't have treated me like you did, and none of this would have happened. As the owner of this property, I refuse you to take anything more from me.
But you can't just do that to me. I've done so much for you.
You're the one who needs to pack their bags and move out of the house. I'll give you a little bit of time to do that. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Good luck and take care of yourself. You evil woman! How dare you take the land I own? You need to give that land and the rights to the house back to my son. I've got no intention of giving anything to you. You deserve nothing. Your son was the one who gave me the land and the house in the first place, Bailey. I'm telling you now, he put everything in my name. I don't intend on giving any of the land or house back to Blake. Don't say such stupid things to me. Cut it out. Where's my son supposed to live now, then? Well, he could also go and live with you, Bailey, since he always used to take your side over mine. It's probably a good idea for him to go back to his parents' house if he wants everything done for him. That's definitely not an option. It would be impossible, okay? I literally just sold the house. There's no family home anymore. Where's he supposed to go back to if I've sold the house? Wait, what? You sold your house? Why would you do that? Because I intended on moving into your house once my son divorced you. My house has been standing for several decades and it's already so old. So I thought I'll sell my house and then move in with my son as his house is brand new. Are you kidding me? You think I'd let you move in after you stole from me and bossed me around? You were planning to move back into this house behind my back? I heard nothing of this plan. There was no way I was going to tell my son's useless wife about this plan. Blake was never going to refuse me from living with him, so he stayed quiet about it. And now the sale process has finally been completed. I was planning on moving in at the beginning of the week. At the beginning of the week? Why then? Because you'd both be divorced by then and he would have kicked you to the curb like you deserved. But now there's no way we can do that. I can't believe my son would be so stupid to give the house and the land to you. Hey, I'd watch what you say to me, Bailey. You're on thin ice. If the divorce had been slowed down, this would have been an even more painful experience for me. But what a stroke of luck that I got everything. So you're just going to keep everything for yourself? What's my son supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I can't just turn around and tell my real estate agent that I'm not going to sell my house after all. How did this even happen when everything was going according to plan? Everything went wrong and it's all because of you. Go off and complain to your son about it. I don't want to hear it. He's the one who divorced me using a lot of his own stupid force. If you'll excuse me, I've got things to organize. I've got to go and put Blake's luggage in the front yard.
Belinda, I can't believe what I've done to you. I'm so sorry.
Huh? Why are you even apologizing to me now, Blake?
I've just realized how horrible I've been, and it's because of my mom's influence on me. She was so horrible to you, and she was trying to push me to make you do everything so that she'd be able to get what she wanted out of us. Look, I didn't want to say anything, but I got fired from my job.
You what? What the heck happened? Why are you telling me this?
You were in charge of all the saving. Can you please give me a bit so I can pay for some living expenses? I really need it.
Are you kidding me? After the way you and your mother treated me? I'm not going to help you out, not this time or any other time.
But you can't just abandon me like this. I need financial help. And please, Belinda, I'm begging you. Don't leave me without any money to live.
You are such a horrible person for the way you've treated me as your house slave. Your mother had no right to say or do the things she did to me. If you want to earn some money so that you can save it for a rainy day or to pay for whatever you need to pay for, you need to look for a job. You know, a thing that normal people do. I'm done with all of this. Goodbye and good luck with your life. After what happened with Blake and his mother Bailey, I heard that they moved into a rundown apartment together. During his unemployment period, he was under a lot of stress. Apparently, he was secretly addicted to buying big purchase items and gambling. Because of that, he had nothing saved up in his bank account. Also, I discovered that Bailey didn't have enough funds in her retirement account. All the housework being done at her old house was outsourced for a long time by a cleaning company. She couldn't even cook a proper meal. If this continues, Blake was told that he'd have to remarry and find a wife who can earn money and do the housework. It seems like the two of them have been working hard together, but no one will agree to go on a date with him as he lives with his mother and he's unemployed and divorced. I want to show that's obvious to his face.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Tim, where are you right now? We were supposed to go on our day trip today, remember? We've been planning this day-long hike through the woods for weeks now. But I just woke up and was about to start getting our stuff ready, and when I looked next to me, I saw you weren't there.
Oh, sorry, babe, my bad. My little sister Sarah called me up in the middle of the night last night. So I hopped in the car and drove over to my parents' house. That's where I am now.
I don't believe this. She called you out to your parents' house in the middle of the night again?
Yeah, and man, am I sleepy because of it. I'm gonna go back to sleep here. So yeah, sorry, but we're gonna have to cancel our hike today. We can go another time.
Tim, you know how much I've been looking forward to the hike. I understand that Sarah called you, but couldn't you just tell her no for once?
Are you kidding me? How am I supposed to turn down an invitation from the cutest little sister in the whole wide world? She's always had a thing for me, you know. I'm her big brother and all, and she just feels more safe and secure whenever I'm around. And you know, for me, it feels really good to have someone that loves you and depends on you like this.
But Tim, every time she does this, it's always something incredibly trivial. Just a few weeks ago, she called you in the evening and she said that she'd been having trouble sleeping and wanted you to come and sit by her bed while she sleeps. That was our anniversary night. We had reservations to go out to a nice dinner together, and you canceled on me the last minute.
But this time, it actually was really, really important, so hear me out, okay? My sweet little Sarah is gonna be a college student. She needed to take out a loan to pay for her tuition and books and stuff and wanted me to co-sign the loan.
Wait a minute. Sarah's going to college now? So she's going to be taking night classes or something while she keeps doing her regular day job?
Nope, she's already quit. She's gonna be a full-time student. I guess she never really felt very good about skipping college and getting a job straight out of high school, so she's been staying with my mom and dad for the past year to study for the entrance exam. And all that hard work and dedication paid off. She passed with flying colors and got accepted into one of the best private universities in the area.
Wow. Well, I'm very happy for her.
Isn't she incredible? I always knew she'd grow up to make something of herself, ever since she was a little girl.
Yeah, and again, it sounds like she's doing very well for herself, but we need to talk about this co-signing thing. That means that you're going to have to make the payments for her if she can't do it for some reason, right? I think this is something that the two of us should talk about together before making any big decisions.
Huh? I don't get it. What is there for us to talk about? I already told her I'd do it. It's a done deal. What do you think she called me out to my parents' house for? I was up all night signing all the necessary forms.
You what?
My parents are on a fixed income, so they won't be able to help her out very much. Plus, Sarah quit her job a full year ago and hasn't made any money since, so her savings are basically all gone. So it's up to me as her capable and dependable big brother to step in and help her out.
Tim, why did you make such an important decision without my input? We're going to build a house together, aren't we? We'll need to submit information about our credit to the bank to get a loan of approval soon. What are you going to do if the bank declines us for a loan because of this?
What's the problem? I don't see why that should make such a big difference. All I did was sign some goofy contract. It's not like I'm the one who's borrowing the money. Besides, Sarah says she's going to be sure to pay it all off and make all the payments right on time.
Okay, I'm glad she seems sure of herself, and I don't doubt she's sincere, but it's still concerning. You should have come and talked to me first, Tim.
Oh yeah, and there's one more thing I need to tell you. Sarah's going to need some money for expenses, so we're going to be giving her a little allowance of $300 a month. I'll give you Sarah's account information, so the next time you go to the bank, can you set up an automatic withdrawal for her every month?
$300 a month? Why do we need to send her so much?
Sure, she may have passed the test, but there's still a lot she'll need to pay for. Plus, classes aren't going to start for a couple months yet. She worked so hard this last year, I think she deserves to have a couple months of fun before school starts, don't you? It'll be a good motivation for her to study hard come the fall, too.
Is that it? If she wants some extra spending money, why doesn't she just get a part-time job? She quit her old job, she's done with the entrance exams, all she has to do is wait for classes to start. She has more than enough free time in the day to work for a few hours here and there.
Hey now, she's been grinding away studying for this test for a whole year, and she's finally done with it all. She's absolutely exhausted mentally and physically. She's been under a ton of pressure for so long. And you're gonna sit there and tell her that she needs to get a job now? How could you be so cruel?
But Tim, if we're sending her this money out of our monthly paychecks, that means this is going to be a burden on the both of us. I understand that you want to help out your little sister, but these decisions don't just impact you, they impact me too. I deserve to have my opinion put into consideration.
All right, I've heard just about enough out of you, Andrea. I am your husband, and as your husband, I'm ordering you to send my little sister $300 every month. Period. End of discussion. If you saw the look in Sarah's big, beautiful eyes when she asked me for some spending money, then maybe you'd understand how important this is to her and to me. My little sister needs our help, and we are going to be there for her.
Tim, you're being unfair.
And now I'm going to bed. I expect you to have the first payment of $300 sent to her account by the end of the day.
Like, wow. Your guys' new house is so totally super awesome. And to think I'm going to be living in this sweet house for free? This is the best. I am so glad that we're going to be roomies now, Andrea. Hold on. What do you mean we're going to be roomies? Did you stop by the house today to see it now that it's finished? Well, I guess this is your first time, huh? I didn't come by just to see the house, silly. I came here to move my stuff in. But since you and my brother are working today, there wasn't going to be anyone here to open the door for me. So Tim had a copy of the key made for me. I let myself in. I didn't think you'd mind, seeing as now I'm going to live here too. You're moving in with us? Now, you just wait 1 minute, Sarah. When did all of this get decided? I don't remember ever talking to Tim about you moving in with us. Oh, really? Tim never told you? Huh, that's weird. But, well, that's it. I'm going to move in with you two starting today. Oh, for the love of... I can't believe Tim went and made another huge decision without me. How many times do I have to tell him that he needs to at least run this sort of thing by me before deciding anything? Well, we've been talking about it for a while now. I thought you knew. Okay, so, Tim told me that you guys were going to buy a new house, right? Well, it sounded like it was going to be so sweet that I asked him if I could live with you guys too. And he said yes right away. He loves me so much. He's a great big brother. So yeah, that's why I'm here today. I'm moving all my stuff in. By the way, where do you guys keep your toilet paper? But Sarah, what are you going to do about your college classes? Your college campus is a full 2-hour drive away from here. Just how in the world are you going to get to school every day? Oh, yeah, about that. Well, I don't know. College seemed like it would be fun at first, but once I actually started taking my classes, it started to get kind of boring, so I dropped out. You dropped out? I can't believe this. Didn't you spend a whole year studying for this? You quit your job? Are you really going to let all that hard work go to waste? Well, it's super duper boring, though. My classes are all really lame, and I haven't even made any friends yet. This is insane. I guess not too many people go back to college after getting their first job. There's no one else there who's my age. All the other girls in my class are 10 years younger than me. Have you ever tried being around a bunch of teenagers? It's the worst. So about 3 months in, I started skipping classes pretty regularly, and eventually I just stopped going altogether. How can you be so flippant about this? Anyway, it was around that time when Tim told me about the house you guys were building. So since I was bored with my life, I thought I'd spice things up a bit and try moving to a new town. Seriously though, can you believe I lasted 6 whole months before I quit school? I'm really proud of myself for putting up with it for that long. Once I get settled in here, I'll start looking for a job in town. I'm super exhausted from college though, so I'm probably going to take a few months off to relax. Okay, Sarah, it's your life. You're an adult. You can make your own choices, regardless of how I or anyone else feels. If you want to quit college after 6 months and move to a completely different town, you're free to do so. However, this is our house, and I expect you to act accordingly, understand? Huh? I have no delusions about my husband. I know that there's nothing I could ever say to get him to change his mind about letting you live with us. So, I have no choice but to make the best of this situation. But again, if you're going to live in our house, then you're going to have to live by our rules. Furthermore, I expect you to make your fair contribution to our rent, living expenses, utilities, and that sort of thing. Oh my god, are you for real, Andrea? I'm your sister, Andrea, and you're gonna take money from me? Who do you think you are? My parents never made me pay them anything when I lived with them. Your parents are the ones who get to determine how to run their own house, just like we are the ones who decide what goes on here. This is our house, not your parents' house. And family or not, when you live in someone else's house, it's a simple common decency to pay that person for the privilege. Considering your situation, how about $500 a month, all inclusive? That's for food, rent, utilities. Sound fair? Are you out of your frickin' mind? 500? That's like insane. Seriously? It's a perfectly reasonable amount. That's far less than you would pay if you were renting an apartment for yourself, and that also includes food and utilities, so it is insane, in a way, insanely cheap. You do know that I just moved here, right? And that I haven't even gotten a job yet, right? And, I was a college student up until a few weeks ago. How can you expect me to start shelling out $500 right now? All right, I can be reasonable. How about this? I'll lower your rent to $200 a month, and in exchange, you're going to be doing the housework for us. Things like sweeping the floors, doing the laundry, cooking. It would be nice to have someone else to help me out, since Tom is usually too busy with work to do much housework. You have got to be kidding me. Housework? Me? I hate housework. This is your house. You do the housework. I'm not doing any cleaning or cooking. Or any of that other stupid stuff you want me to do, so don't even bother asking. Great. Just great. Come on, I'm coming to the two of you for help, and you're trying to use that to get me to be your maid? What is wrong with you? Seriously, yuck. You know what? I think I might just have to bring this up to my big brother. He's gonna get so mad at you for trying to use me like that.
Andrea, you've got some explaining to do. Sarah just texted me and told me all about what happened, and I am furious. You tried to force my dear, sweet, adorable little sister to be our maid? What's your problem, Andrea?
Calm down, Tim. That's not what happened at all. All I did was tell her that if she's going to live with us, then she needs to pull her own weight. That means paying her share of our living expenses, right? Food, electricity, and rent aren't free. So I asked her to pay some money each month toward these expenses. Then she countered back saying that she didn't want to pay that much. So I told her that if she wanted, I would let her do some of the housework in exchange for allowing her to stay for less money, that's all.
How dare you! Sarah is my little sister. She doesn't need to pay us any money, and she doesn't need to do any housework.
Tim, that's just not going to be an acceptable arrangement. This is our brand new house that we worked so hard to build. We didn't buy this house just to give Sarah free room and board.
This is my sweet, adorable, beautiful little sister we're talking about. I would sell this house in a heartbeat for her if I had to.
All right, Tim, that's it. I've had enough. I am very upset with you for making yet another big decision without talking to me.
Oh no, you're upset? Whatever am I gonna do?
I have put up with so much for so long. I even agreed to allow her to live with us if that's what you wanted. But I've reached my limit, Tim. I am not going to compromise anymore. I'm concerned, and rightfully so, that Sarah is going to use this as an opportunity to force her way into our lives and never leave. If she's going to live with us, then we need to set some clear ground rules from the get-go. If she's not going to pay her fair share toward our expenses, then I am putting my foot down and saying that she is not going to live with us.
You're gonna kick my own sister out onto the street? My darling, adorable, sweet, gentle, loving sister who just moved into a new city and needs the help of her dependable big brother? You're just gonna abandon her to the wolves to live on the streets with all the homeless people?
She might be your darling sister, but to me she's just the same as any other person. And just like any other person, if she wants to live in my house, then she's going to have to contribute, or else it's simply not going to work out. I have enough stress as it is without the stress of having to support a fully grown woman who refuses to work.
How could you be so cold to Sarah? And before that, how could you disobey a direct order from your husband, you bitch?
Tim! You have never spoken to me like that before.
Yeah, well, it's a lot less than I want to say to you after what you just said. Here's the bottom line, Andrea. Sarah is staying here with us for as long as she likes. She doesn't have to pay us any money, and she doesn't have to do any chores. She is free to do whatever she wants, whenever she wants, however she wants, and that is final. The only thing I want you to do is shut your big fat mouth and do what I say. From now on, you're gonna do all the chores by yourself, and you're gonna wash Sarah's clothes for her, too.
This is unbelievable. First you accuse me of treating Sarah like a maid, and now you're making me into your maid.
Damn straight. Now shut up, put your phone down, and get to work like I told you to. My sister is living with us, end of story. You don't like it? Fine, then get the hell out of my house.
You want me to get out of the house so you can make out with your precious little sister? To hell with that. You get out.
Huh?
I am done taking crap from you, Tim. I have been a damn good wife to you all these years, and how the hell do you repay me for that? By letting your little sister take over the house and calling me a bitch to boot? If you love your sister so much, then get the hell out of this house and take her with you. Go and rent your own goddamn apartment, you creepy-ass weirdo.
Andrea, is that you? You're kind of freaking me out here. You've never stood up to me like this before.
Shut the hell up, Tim. I am sick of you and your disgusting sister fetish routine. The way you sit together and hold hands, it makes me want to puke my guts out.
What? Sister fetish?
You want me to listen to what my husband tells me, huh? You want me to be a good little girl, shut up and do what you say? Well, screw you. You do what I say now. I've done more than enough for you up until now.
Hey, Andrea, you're starting to really scare me now. Can we take a minute and calm down, please?
This is as calm as I can be right now, you moron. I tried being polite, I tried being nice, but nothing got through your thick skull. So all bets are off now. I am finally giving you a piece of my mind. You've had this coming for a long, long time.
Look, hey, it's been a long day. How about we come back to this tomorrow, huh?
You know, it's really not just the fact that you have a massive crush on your sister. I knew that was the way you were since before we got married. That's all baked into the cake by now. But it seems like every day, every frickin' day, it's gotten worse. You're starting to treat your sister more and more like your wife. Is that what you wanted from me, Tim? Did you want me to be a sister for you? Would that make you more attracted to me? Maybe if I dressed like her and styled my hair like her, you'd stop canceling our dates at the last second to go and be with her.
Hey, there's good reason for that. Let me explain.
And the cherry on top was you inviting her to live with us without asking me. I bent over so damn far, my head is permanently wedged between my ankles. And I'm not bending anymore. Get your crap and her crap packed up and get both of your asses the hell out of my house tonight.
Hey, what's gotten into you? You can't kick me out. Sarah's one thing, but I'm the man of the house, aren't I?
You, the man of the house? I'm the man of the house. Both the loan and the title are in my name.
What?
Oh my God, did you forget about that? You dumbass, you're the one who insisted on that arrangement. Remember? Because you just had to co-sign your sister's loan. You didn't want to add any more debt to your name.
Oh, yeah.
You got so scared to sign up for a $300,000 loan. You pathetic coward, you didn't have any problem taking on Sarah's loan. So I had no choice. Either put the loan in my name or have no house. The house, the loan, even the land it was built on are all in my name. So no, you're not the man of the house. You're barely a man at all.
Oh no, I totally forgot.
But now, I'm honestly kind of glad it happened that way. Now I have every right to tell you and your sister to get the hell out of my house. Oh, and by the way, you're going to be on the hook for Sarah's loan after all. Lucky for you, now you get another chance to step up and be a good sugar daddy.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What's that about Sarah's loan?
Aw, didn't she tell you about that while whispering sweet nothings into your ear last night? Maybe she was planning to tell you tonight during your little sibling celebration. Well, nothing would give me more joy than to be the bearer of bad news to you, so here it is. She defaulted on the loan you co-signed on, and now you are going to have to pay it off for her.
Seriously?
Oh, I'm dead serious. She dropped out of college. She told you that, didn't she? When I heard that, I was curious what was going to happen with her loan. So I decided to give a little call to the bank, and do you know what they told me? They told me that she was 5 months late on her payments.
She is?
You should have read the fine print. The moment you drop out, the repayment starts. And your precious little Sarah hasn't made one single payment. They've tried contacting her, but she ignores their calls and emails.
So that means that they're gonna come after me next, doesn't it?
Yeah? What the hell did you think being a co-signer meant?
No way, I can't do that. I mean, do you have any idea how much tuition for the school she got into is? She borrowed the full cost for a year of tuition. It was over $50,000.
And when that debt causes your life to come crashing down around you, I don't want to be anywhere near you. So, get out. Now. Both of you are banned from my house for life. Hey, what did you tell my big brother? He just texted me and told me I can't live with you guys anymore. He said that I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to live. What did I tell him? Nothing much. We had a pleasant little chat about the weather, sports, and the fact that you're not making your loan payments. What? You sure didn't waste any time after dropping out to totally ghost the place you borrowed that money from. Didn't they tell you had to start paying once you dropped out? I imagine they did. And yet, you haven't even made a single payment. Yikes, girl. No way. Why do you know all that? How'd you find out? Oh, I have my ways. I wish I could have seen the look on Tim's face when I told him all about it. Once he realized that now he was going to be on the hook for paying back your loan, I bet he turned pale as a ghost. He said there's no way he was going to be able to pay it for you. Oh no, he can't pay it for me, but why not? I thought I could count on him. Well, Sarah, he might have the biggest sister complex I've seen in my entire life, but that doesn't make him your personal ATM machine. A guy can only have so much money, you see. You mean Tim's kicking me out of the house just to avoid having to pay off my loan for me? Is he just gonna abandon me? But I don't have a job yet, and I don't have anywhere else to live. What am I supposed to do now? You'll have to work that out with your brother, Sarah. Whatever the two of you do from here on out, it has absolutely nothing to do with me.
Okay, I just texted Sarah and told her she can't stay with us, so you don't need to divorce me anymore. I'm so sorry for being a selfish jerk to you. I never appreciated you enough. I realize that now. So what do you say, Andrea? Will you reconsider divorcing me?
Nope. After all the times when I tried to talk to you and you refused to listen, did you think you could fix this just by apologizing after the fact?
Come on, don't be like that. I mean, we just bought a house together. You don't want to live all alone, do you?
Actually, it sounds kind of nice. I think I might get a cat. Really, getting rid of you might be the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Andrea?
I never told you about this, considering you're allergic to cats. But I've wanted to have a cat for as long as I can remember. Once you move your stuff out, I'm going to a pet shop the very same day. So, No, I won't be lonely at all.
I can put up with a cat. I'll wear a mask in the house or something, so please let me live with you and the cat. I don't want to divorce you.
Then I guess you should have acted like it before it was too late. A good time to apologize might have been, let me think. Oh yeah, the time you left halfway through the first night of our honeymoon to go see your sister would have been a great time. But now, no, you're too late. I don't want to see your face anymore. I don't love you anymore, and I never will again.
Andrea, please!
Don't be too sad, Tim. You still have the cutest little sister in the world, right? Sure, she might be a little impulsive and up to her eyeballs in debt, but she's still your adorable, sweet, beautiful, darling little sister. Maybe the two of you can find a foreign country where your brand of brotherly love is legal and live there. Tim was pretty stubborn about agreeing to the divorce, but once my lawyer got involved, he was much more reasonable. The second he finished writing his last signature, I grabbed the divorce papers and sped over to the courthouse to submit them. Right now, he and Sarah are living together in a small, run-down apartment. They're both working off Sarah's debt together. I was under the impression all she did was pay for a year's tuition, but it turns out she had multiple other expensive hobbies: gambling, designer brand clothing, nightclubs, you name it. All in all, her debt was up to around $80,000. As much as Tom fawns over his sister, seeing the bottom line on the invoice the bank sent them sent him into a furious rage. He screamed his head off at her for a solid 30 minutes until his voice went completely hoarse. It's such a shame. They were such a good couple. But money has a way of ruining relationships, it seems.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Man, I was so surprised today. It's been since our graduation ceremony at college since you and I last saw one another. And for me to run into you again is just wow. By the way, you started working at the bank after you graduated, right? Well, I never knew you were working at that bank of all places. I was just as shocked as you today. I never thought I'd be running into someone I knew from college today at work. From what I heard through other people, you happened to get married right after you graduated, right? You already know that one to be true, Cindy. After all, the man I married happened to be your ex-boyfriend, Jackson. It's because of me stealing him from you back in the day that I'm able to be happy all the time with him. Thank you so much for that, by the way. Huh? But listen, I've been worried about you this whole time, Cindy. You really loved Jackson back then, and I didn't know what kinds of things stealing him from you would do. You ended up taking time off school after you found out I was the one that took him from you, right? I'm glad to see that after something as tragic as that, you were able to get yourself a job and are working. Stop talking about all of that like it wasn't a huge problem. What the heck do you mean you've been worried about me all this time? No way you've been. I've been more worried about you because of how mentally unstable you are. What? I am still not over what happened back then between you and I. I had always thought of you as my #1 friend, then yet, because of that sadness and hatred I felt after you took my boyfriend, I was never able to get over it. Stop trying to act like you're still a victim to that. Back then, I was just young and made a mistake. I was jealous of you because you had gotten yourself a man that works for a huge company, and I really wanted him for myself, and that's why I began to make myself a little closer to him, if you know what I mean. Well, it's because of me and my beauty that I was able to keep him, and right after graduation ceremony, him and I got married. And right after being cheated on by my boyfriend and having my best friend end up being the one doing so with him, I left the two of you behind and started to work on finding myself a proper job. However, while that was all going on, you continued to harass me with comments about how you didn't need to find work because you had a rich man by your side now. I am really so happy I married Jackson. He's able to bring in a ton of money for me, and I never have to leave anything too for anything besides leisure. And when it comes to things like chores, he says I don't even have to worry about them. All he wants from me is me at his side, as that's what makes him happy. Oh, that's so amazing for you. But, as I was thinking, never having anything to do really leads to one becoming bored, right? As that's why I've gone out and made myself a business. I'll be going from a housewife to one of the best business owners in the city. You're going to become a business owner? I want to make myself a salon where I can get other women like me who have a lot of free time on their hands to come work. And I'll make sure that they are taught how to treat really high-end models and rich older women's hair. That way I can make millions. That's why I ended up going to the bank today to get some financial support. And you happened to be there. I was laughing my butt off at that time. Someone like you ended up as a single woman and now have to spend every day of your life working to support yourself, right? Huh? Your last name hasn't even changed yet, so that means you don't have a husband, right? Could this be because you still can't get Jackson off your mind? I'm sorry, but I'm married right now. My husband happened to take my last name, and so that's why my name has not changed at all. You're lying. Someone that had their boyfriend stolen from them from right under the nose has a husband now? Well, I suppose there are men in this world more hopeless than you. I'm sure that he has nothing special about himself, and that's why you settled from him, right? That's not true at all. He cares a lot about his career and is someone I can count on quite often. Actually, he happens to be a department manager for the company he's working for. What? A department manager? I actually married him after we both met working in this bank. Hold it. You stop right there. To be a department manager at a large bank like that would mean he's kind of an elite, right? The fact that you were able to land a husband with such an amazing job and income as that, I can't fathom. Now, I'm really busy with work still. See you. I hope you can get that business of yours rolling.
Cindy, come and help me. What the hell is up with this friend of yours?
Huh? What's going on with you?
Just a bit ago, she came in saying that she plans to start a business of her own, and that she'd like some financial support with it. I asked for another one of my employees to handle that for me, to start looking into her history and all that to see if we could accept her and let her get a loan through us. And just after talking for a bit through my employee and settling the conversation, we thought she'd gone home. But she's back again, and now she's asking to speak directly to me. She keeps saying that she's friends with my wife, and that means I have to give her money right away.
What? Does her name happen to be Tiffany by any chance?
That's right, that's her. I tried to handle the situation myself, but she's asking me more about my private life than actually wanted to talk about business.
Huh?
She's asking me whether or not I'm getting tired of being married to you. And she's asked me many times now what types of women I like. What the hell does she want from me, this woman? Actually, do you really happen to have a friend as vulgar and stupid as this woman?
Well, I did have a friend like that at one point, but not anymore. I'm sorry that you've had to deal with her when you're so busy. She happened to be in the same class as me back in college, but there was a lot that happened and now I don't talk to her anymore. But actually, she ran into me today when I was walking into work.
There was a lot that happened between you two? She must be that really crazy chick you told me about before, right?
She happened to be that girl that stole my boyfriend from me while I was dating him.
She stole your boyfriend?
And because of that, she's been able to enjoy a really relaxing life as a housewife with him. Well, she just kept going on and on about how amazing her life is and bragging to me that I told her I had to go. But before saying so to her, I wanted to get back at all her bragging a little and told her that my husband happens to be the department manager here.
So that's how she became aware of me then.
You really don't have to worry about this anymore and can get right back to work. If it doesn't look like you can finance her business for her, then just tell it to her straight.
Oh, I'm definitely not financing her. It already seems like the business she wants me to finance for her is a little vague. But there are also some other things in her past that are stopping me. Are you sure that woman is really married right now? Because the background check...
What do you mean by that?
When it comes to us wanting to start supporting someone with opening a business, we first need to know about the money they have currently. But she told me that with the amount her husband makes every month, we shouldn't have to look at her account balance and everything. And after that, all she continued to do was try and force us to look over her husband's income. The problem here is, the income statement from her husband is from 5 years ago.
5 years ago? That's not going to help her get her funding at all, right?
I told her for the time being that it might be a little difficult for us to get her any money, but then she asked me what she could do to get me to give her funding from the bank. She kept begging me to tell her what she could do, and then she handed me her number and walked out.
Huh?
Of course, right after getting it from her, I threw it away. But seriously, something about all of this isn't right.
She came into the bank asking for money, but the only way to prove she was financially stable was her husband's income statement from 5 years ago. I thought I had seen it all working for the bank, but that right there is just wild. If she really happens to have a husband that can make enough money for her to stay home all day, then why can't he fund her new business?
I don't understand why that isn't happening either, because that seems like a way easier option for her.
Do you want me to take over this problem for you? I'm really sorry all of this ended up on your plate, but I'd really like to handle it before things get out of hand, and she comes after you.
Huh? Are you sure you're okay with that? Aren't you busy yourself? You just became this bank's executive this year, right? So you have so much you need to do already. Having to take on the work I should be handling is not something that'll go over well with your workload, right?
No worries, Martin. I'm actually quite embarrassed that someone from back in my school days has come back and caused my husband all kinds of trouble. I'll deal with Tiffany from now on, so if she comes in again, send her to me. And if she's come asking about the financial support she'd like again, tell me. I'm sorry, Cindy. It looks like as though this time I've gone and stolen your husband from you. Uh-huh. To think that you'd actually have a husband that's the department manager for a huge bank like that. I've been so jealous of you being married to an elite like him. It's driven me nuts. That's why, like last time, this time he's mine. What are you going on about? My husband has no reason to be cheating on me with a woman like you. My husband actually happens to love me very much and is straightforward enough where if he stopped having feelings for me, he'd say so. I'm sure this is all hard for you to believe, but he's gone and chosen me now. He had been saying no to all of my advances for a little while now, but finally, today he said he's going to go out with me, and now we're going out to a bar together. The fact that he's willing to go out with me to a bar at night just goes to show that he's completely fallen for me. He's already forgotten about you, and I'm hoping tonight we can make that official by taking things to a hotel room. What? You think him saying yes to going out with you tonight to a bar is him showing that he no longer loves me? Well, would he ever go out with another woman one-on-one for drinks that late night in the evening? In other words, this all shows that he does not care about you as his wife anymore. He's only focused on me now. Well, even if that were to be the case, don't you have a husband yourself? Do you plan to stab Jackson in the back now? Of course I do. I'm going to hop off his slow train and onto your husband's luxurious and fast one. Really? He may be working for a very large company and all, but him making it to the top is going to take forever. Compared to him, your husband is by far the better choice for me. At the age he's at, he's already managed a position as the department manager for a bank that popular. I need him to be mine right now. He will definitely be the perfect choice as my next lover. Man, I feel so bad for poor old Jackson then. And also, since I'll become the wife of a department manager at the bank, I'll be able to get my funding for my bank, no questions asked. That means I'll have my business up and running in no time. No bank is ever going to offer financing like that to another family member. This bank is far from that kind of practice and will make sure you go through the same process as everyone else. Shut the hell up! All you are is a base level employee there and know nothing about that bank's practices. What? Compared to your husband, you'll never move up in that bank, so you're better off just shutting up and letting all this play out. You won't be able to do anything about us in your position anyway, as your husband is currently the department manager and he might soon fire you. And actually, since you've already lost to me again, go ahead and start working on those divorce papers and hurry up all this for me. That man is now mine and I'll have access to all of his money. Do you have any idea who I am? Huh? I guess you have no reason knowing who I am since you're just a loser. You were even able to take a good look at who I was walking into the bank last month, and yet you still have no clue about me. Hold on now. You have no right making fun of me now when you're still a low-level employee there. I'm just calling an idiot an idiot. What's so wrong with me doing something as correct as that? You think that I'm actually a simple employee here? I'm above my own husband in this company as I'm the company executive for this bank. I happen to have a lot more difficult of a job than he even has, and in return for that, I literally am making the bank. So you really have no place calling someone like me a low-level employee. What? The company executive? What is that position? Oh my god! I'm so sorry. An idiot like you would never be able to understand what someone in my position is. Banks area actually run a little differently than your average companies when it comes to business. When you talk about department managers in banks, they are actually the branch manager, and the person above them that directs everything is called the company executive or just the executive. And so by what you've told me, you're actually the executive for that bank? That's right. Yet you said I can't do what my husband, the branch manager, is able to do? How hilarious! There's no way he's able to do anything without my approval first. I have more rights than anyone in this bank after all. Huh? And when you've told me that you've gone and stolen my husband from me and everything, I have to say I'm sorry for you. You think my husband would ever throw someone like me who's making so much money right now away for someone with no money? Today I'm going out to dinner with my husband as it's actually the day of our wedding anniversary. Your guys' wedding anniversary? Yeah. Today, we have been married to one another for 3 years now, and that's why we're going out to dinner to celebrate. You think he'd really want to go out to you on a bar on an important day like this? But he said he wanted to go out with me tonight to the bar. He told me he'd be waiting for me there and everything. He was the one that messaged me and everything about our date plans. I don't care about the fact that you're some kind of executive, because that means nothing when you're about to lose your husband.
So this is who my wife's been talking to. When did I ever say to you that I'd be going out to the bar tonight with you? It's disgusting that you'd even think that of a married man, so stop with your crap.
Huh?
It's been a little while, right? I'm Cindy's husband, Martin, if you couldn't already tell.
Martin! Why would he say all of this is disgusting to you? You were the one that said yes to going out on this date with me tonight, right? You told me that you'd be waiting at Freezy's bar just downtown for me.
I told you to never talk to me about anything else ever again, and said for you to always remember what I said to you. The only thing I said yes to you about was having you come to that bar tonight, at the place we're having dinner, so that I can show you how much I love Cindy.
What? You plan to show me something like that?
I've told you so many times to shut the hell up and leave me alone, yet every time you come back saying you're a better woman than my wife. And then you follow that up with asking me whether or not I'm tired of Cindy yet. You have kept all of that up for so long that it's really drove me up a wall. But look, Tiffany, I don't like that you have my wife involved in all this still, when she has a lot of work to focus on. So that's why I said we could go out tonight and that you could meet me at the restaurant and bar to see me with the woman that I love. I was surely hoping after seeing that you'd give up. That's the reason for me saying yes to you wanting to go on a date, and that's why I've been waiting.
That's what's going on? None of that was about you wanting to actually go on a date with me? And you're going to tell me that you didn't fall for my beauty?
What about you was so beautiful again? Don't say something so embarrassing about yourself like that, please.
Uh-huh.
I really like myself a woman that puts all her effort into her work like my wife. I find that kind of thing beautiful about my wife, and it gets me to love her so much. But comparing her to someone that thinks it's okay to steal men from other women and then openly flaunt about it? No way in hell. Not happening. To me, nothing about that is beautiful.
Huh?
I do find your drive to open your own business really cool. But the fact that you don't have any money and ask for a lot and don't even have any experience in the field? You really think you can get financing from us just like that? You told me you wanted all your employees to have wonderful manners and skills for the job so that you could cater to celebrities and such. But look at you. No manners whatsoever. You've been digging into my wife trying to make yourself look better than her by talking all this talk for so long, but have nothing to show for it yet. Do you think any bank is going to want to lend you any of their money?
What? There have got to be women that want to come work for me and learn about how to take care of people with lots of money, right? Stop making fun of me and my dream to become one of the best business owners in the city.
You do have a good point. There are things in this world that you will never know about unless tried. But when it comes to this bank and its money, we're not going to blindly throw it away with you. If we don't see something having a chance of turning up a profit, we won't finance it, especially when it's for something run by someone with poor ethics. That's simple.
Stop all that bullcrap right now. Thinking you can harass me like that? You're not even going to go on a date with me now, and yet you still want to bully my dreams? Who the hell would ever want to cheat on their husband for someone as rotten as you? You can go ahead and stay with that toxic wife of yours and both go rot in hell. Sorry about my husband yesterday, Tiffany. No matter what the reasoning, someone should never make fun of another wants and dreams. I warned him not to do that again, okay? As for my bank, we want to help make sure that everyone is treated fairly when it comes to their money. So if you don't mind, next time come see me in person and we can talk about your dream. You and I were together back in college, so I promise to treat you well. Oh, so now the executive of that bank is going to be the one to talk with me about my business? Well, that must mean I'll get my money in no time, right? That is not all what I meant. Rather, I would be happy to offer my support if we can make a deal. So in return for me being kind enough about letting you work with us, I'd like you to start being honest with me. Let's start by talking about how years ago that husband of yours ran away from you, right? So right now you've been living in a load of debt all by yourself. What? If you are not going to be able to tell us everything about your financial situation, we're not going to be able to help you here. You hold on a second. Why? Why the hell are you aware of what happened with my husband and my debt? Well, I happen to be the executive of a very large and popular bank, right? And I happen to know about him because of that. I am also aware of the amount of money you currently have and about when and where you're receiving and sending money. You happen to both still share some banking information with one another, so I can find out about you through it. Are you kidding me? But listen, I haven't been doing all of this looking through your history for a bad reason. We just happen to have to know as much about you as possible before considering you for financing. But don't forget, we also have to look into your personal history here, and I made sure to go through everything we found as diligently as I could. As diligently? When it comes to that amazing marriage you happen to have and bragged about, that is actually all a lie, right? You have actually been divorced from Jackson for over 5 years now. And when it happened, you didn't get any kind of money or properties from him. And ever since that happened, you have not been remarried and have been all alone. You tried so hard to make yourself look like you were living your best life as a housewife online, but because of that, you are now $60,000 in debt. And the amount of money in your bank account right now is only $3, right? No! So you found out freaking everything about the true me! I'm sorry, but having someone in your situation ask out for financial support and starting up that salon, well, it's going to become a real headache for us, I'm sure. You already happen to be in a terrible financial situation yourself, but also lied to my husband and I about your private life. If anything, you tried to commit fraud by doing all of that. What do you mean fraud? Who the hell cares that I did all that? I just wanted to start my dream business so that I could help cater those with lots of money and make a living. I already have a major following online and they all care about me without even having to know that I lost my husband. But the fact that you lied to us about your horrendous situation means that my bank will not help you. How about you tell all your followers the truth and maybe get some support from all of them? Tell them that you still have that dream, but need all their support to make it happen so that a lonely and poor woman like you can be happy too. You'll probably get a lot of them feeling bad for how desperate you are, and they'll do anything to give you a helping hand. But when the celebrities find out about how my salon started, they won't come. You are not going to get away with treating me like an idiot any longer. And the fact that you looked into my true self without my permission is not okay. I'm not treating you like an idiot if you've already been acting like one. And I went ahead and looked into the true you in order to try and help with your business dream. Yet, after all that time my bank and I put into looking you up, you saying that about me hurts. Ugh! I wish I had never ran into you in front of the bank like that. For Christ's sake, you and your screwed up husband are the worst. I don't give a dang about your bank support and I don't want to talk to you ever again. But you wanted to be the one getting support from me. Let me tell you right now that if you go out to anyone about my true life and started yapping about it, I'm going to kill you. I promise you that. After that, I never received another text from Tiffany ever again. And as for my husband, he was in the same boat as me, never having to get a text from her ever again. And after what happened between us, Tiffany's debt only continued to grow. And with that money she took out from loan sharks, began to start a business of her own, catering to the wealthy. But each month, she only makes herself $300, as there are very few people coming to be around her, and I have enough to say that that is not enough money to keep the business going. And when she went online to tell all her followers to visit her, not a single one of them came. What makes this all worse is that she's leasing the current building she's in for $5,000 a month, and that's only causing her debt to grow even more. And at one point, one of the loan sharks waltzed into her salon to leave her a message, and that the next day the place was closed down and she was nowhere to be found.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
You've got to be seriously kidding me right now. You've completely sunk your jaws into my older brother, haven't you? What on earth do you think you're playing at? Huh? Haley, what are you talking about? I haven't got a clue, to be honest. I went to all the trouble to go over to my brother's house and hang out with him, and then I see my brother making food. That's not his job to do that. You should be the one who cooks and makes the food for the household. You're the one who's the wife, not my brother. Stop making him do things that he shouldn't be doing. Okay. First of all, he's in charge of the household and he does whatever he can to help out. He's actually very good at cooking, so he likes cooking dinner for us. And he decided to take that responsibility on as his job allows him to work from home. Are you kidding me? That's not how it should work. Just because he works from home doesn't mean he has free time, right? It doesn't matter if you work at home or in the office. He still works hard and shouldn't have to do any housework. In fact, it's quite difficult between switching from an office job to also doing housework. You should be the one taking care of the house. Yeah, you've made your point, Haley. I know what you mean, but I've got a long commute. It would be more efficient if Nick did all the housework as he's around more often. Instead of me doing that, I pay for all the living and food expenses. I don't get why you're always coming at me. You've got some kind of beef with me, obviously. Let's just show your beef with me was ranked top of the charts, and of course it's delicious to have. You're just such the jokester, aren't you, Selena? Thinking that you can make fun of me? So what, you're only just going to get carried away with all the living expenses, so my brother is left with nothing. My brother really threw his life out the window by marrying such an old hag like you. I guess it's just a normal thing for you only parting out for the living expenses, isn't it? What are you even talking about? Since I'm coming over, it's only natural for you to stuff your face full of food. Of course, I'm your husband's sister after all. It's fine to be anxious. But it's just common courtesy to treat me with some respect, though. Me treating you with some respect? Are you kidding me? You do realize that you just called me an old hag before. I don't see what's so wrong with calling an old woman an old hag. You're just about 6 years older than my brother, after all, so the old hag and my brother did get married, you see. I wouldn't get too carried away with getting much support as a wife. You're responsible for all the living expenses and the housework. Are you serious? You think that I'm going to take all of the responsibilities on by myself? But you're completely making a mockery out of my brother. You do realize that, right? For today's meal, we'll have my brother cooking the meat, all right? You'll just smile and eat the meat like you're supposed to. It's not always like this, okay? It's just a rarity for him to cook for everyone. But, well, it's almost always like this, though. He's the one that cooks. I want us to eat freshly made food, and so it's important to sit down and eat first. Are you kidding me? It's always like this at your house? If that's the case, then I'm going to be checking on you every day until things change. I'll keep a close eye on you so that you're not using my brother for everything. It's not fair on him. Wait, what? You're going to keep an eye on me? Don't you think that's too much? Nope, it's just necessary. From now on, I'm going to come by your house every day and eat dinner until I see some change. My brother is to never make dinner again, as it's not his responsibility. You're going to be the one cooking for my brother and me as well. You're to stand and wait in the kitchen until we've finished every last bite of our meals. I intend to teach you the right way to be a wife, since you obviously have got no idea how. But that's just not going to work out. No matter how fast I try and leave work, I'm never home before 8 o'clock at night. And you're saying that I'm the one who should be cooking every meal? Well, all you've got to do is try harder at being a good and obedient wife and make food for my brother. At least try and be home around 5 so you can cook food. If you're any kind of wife, your family should be more of a priority than the work you're doing. But my work isn't going to allow me to come home early, and they know Nick's at home to do things for me. I don't care. Be a decent wife for my brother. When I'm finished my college classes for the day, I'll come straight over to your place. In addition, I'll be checking that you're doing the cleaning and laundry along with the cooking. I'm going to test you if you're actually a suitable match for my brother. I'm going to do a thorough inspection of you, Selena. Nick, I need to talk to you. I was wondering if you could talk to Haley. It's about her coming over to our house. She needs to stop coming every day. It's stressing me out. I'm surprised at how much she consumes, and it's costing us a lot to feed her as well as us. Above all else, she keeps calling me to hurry up and get home to do chores.
Oh, Selena. I'm really sorry about that. I've told her so many times to not interfere with my marriage, but she doesn't listen. She says it's for my own good, that she's inspecting you. That's why she's not listening to me and is telling me to stop spoiling you.
It's obvious that Haley has a thing for you, and that's why she's always trying to slot herself into our lives. I never thought that this would happen, even after we got married. I thought I was allowed to marry you because you and the rest of your family accepted me.
It seems that Haley doesn't acknowledge us as being married at all. She doesn't accept that we're together. I was told by her that it's not too late to go and marry someone else.
Are you for real? She said that to you? She has some guts saying that.
It seems she doesn't really get the fact that I'm in charge of the housework. I wanted to be in charge, and it works well for us. She seems to think that you wanted to marry because you wanted to make me your housekeeper, or something ridiculous like that.
You've got to be kidding me. You're my husband. I never want that for you. Honestly, I was thinking of hiring someone to do our cleaning. It must be really hard for you to balance work and the housework at the same time.
No, it's not difficult for me at all. I enjoy getting the break from work to do housework. It's relaxing. Even though I don't earn much for us and have a lot of free time, I don't see any need for us to hire someone to clean our house. I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. I can handle it all just fine. And if I can't, I'll tell you.
What? Really? Are you sure? I really don't mind if you're struggling with that, but if you're fine doing it, I won't.
I just feel bad that I'm not doing as much as I thought I'd be doing with becoming a freelancer. I thought I'd be piled up with actual work. I never expected my income to drop so much. It makes me feel bad. That's why I feel like I've accomplished more in the day when I've got housework to do. Please don't take that job away from me as well. I've got this.
I did notice that you were stressing out about the drop in income. I'm telling you now, I'm working as well, so you don't need to worry too much about the money you earn.
But it makes me feel like I'm not doing anything productive for us. Even though I'm younger than you, my income has decreased a lot. I'm really sorry for being such a hopeless husband. I feel like you can't rely on me at all. It's also because of me that Haley has misunderstood our situation, what you do for us.
I just thought that her and I would just get along, but I've just got no idea how I can do that. I guess I don't have a choice but to act more like a wife and do what she's told me to do if I want to get on her good side. But anything I try and do at home, I can't live up to your standards of cleaning, folding, and cooking.
You don't have to be good at everything you try and do. I'm here to help you. Also, she's got no idea how much I earn and doesn't have a right to tell you what to do. I mean, I'm just a low-earning freelancer. Let me explain to my sister that you're the breadwinner and working really hard for us. Also, I should probably mention about Haley's tuition fees.
Huh? Why do we need to talk about her school fees for?
I feel like that's something we need to discuss, right? Both my parents passed away at an early age. As the older brother, I should be the one to pay for Haley's school fees. But I never expected that I'd fail at being self-employed, so I should tell Haley that it's actually you who's paying for her schooling, and maybe she'll back off from you.
No way. You can't tell her that, Nick. I'm telling you now to keep that a secret to yourself at all costs. Do you understand?
But I don't get it. Why do I have to keep it a secret? If I tell her you've been paying out for it, then she'll change her view about you. In fact, I think you should be the one to tell her the position you're in.
But I don't think it's a good idea to say anything. I'm not really paying for her tuition out of the kindness of my own heart. I just didn't want you to feel bad about all the expenses you had to part out for her and feel how bad I felt as well. Like you, I lost my parents at a young age. I had a hard time going to college without any scholarships or allowances from my parents. There are just some hardships that are better left unsaid. No one needs to know about those payments. It's like I'm paying without permission.
But Selena, you've given so much to me and my sister.
Besides, I want Haley and I to be equals, not higher or lower than the other. Even though we are in-laws, we're sisters as well. If there was a lot of money involved, I'd be strangely reserved and wouldn't know how to get along with them. I want Haley and I to have a relationship without any reservations. I want a sister of my own as well. Therefore, we'll make it look like you're the one who's paying for her tuition, okay?
Are you sure? If you want to do that, we can. I'm sorry, I just want everyone to get along, and maybe saying something might change her mind about you.
It's okay, don't worry too much about it. Let's hope we can convince Haley to be more friendly to me. No matter what, I can't get home from work any earlier than I do now. I don't have time to make a lot of food for Haley. It would be helpful if you took charge of the housework and the cooking if I don't make it home in time.
Of course, that's not a problem. I'll do my best to take care of all the errands. I'm also working hard with my job as well as the housework. I'll open up more businesses and get more work for myself. I'll show you someday that I'll be able to pay for my sister's tuition all by myself.
I look forward to seeing how hard you work, but don't overdo it too much. I still want a functioning husband at the end of the day. Well, what did you think would happen, Selena? I just filed the divorce papers between you and my brother. With this happening, my brother should finally be freed from your grasp. I won't let my brother be in love with you anymore. What the heck, Haley? What divorce papers? What are you talking about? Don't do anything hasty, Haley. Why would you do this to me right now? This is all your fault, Selena. Good thing the lock's been changed. That's why you can't get back inside the house. Nick changed the lock all on his own. No matter how many times I told you to stay away, you still came by every day. It's not like I didn't give you any instructions. I'm not the one who's lying through their teeth. You are the one that's been bossing my older brother around like some kind of pet. You told him not to let his troublesome sister in the house, and he was too scared not to obey, so you've just made him your puppet. If I'm there, you can't treat my brother like a housekeeper. I don't treat him like a housekeeper in the first place, Haley. My brother is so kind, has good housework skills, and is the best man. What's more, he has quit his outstanding job at a large company to be a freelancer, and this is how you treat him? An old hag like you sticks to my brother like a parasite. You need to release my brother and leave our family alone. So, as a last resort, I filed divorce papers on your behalf. What do you mean that I'm a parasite stuck to Nick? That's so wrong. It's not like I'm dependent on him. We complement each other's weakness and get along well. Really? You think I'm going to believe any of that crap? Are you being serious right now? We all know you suck the youth out of my brother and put him to work all the time. What do you even mean by that? You've got no idea how things are run around here. If I was my brother, I would dump you and marry a different woman who is wonderful and does what my brother says. But because you're such a parasite, we can't escape you. My brother is the kindest man on this planet. I'll be the one to throw you out if my brother can't do it, but it's all okay now since I filed the divorce papers. My big brother can finally escape from his parasite of a wife. We've been unable to communicate about this issue. I can't believe this has gone so out of control because of your assumptions about me. Oh, shut up, you old hag. I don't need to hear this. You're to no longer be called my brother's wife. I'll make you disappear. So you don't think your brother isn't a parasite? Huh? What do you mean? Even though I've got a big heart, I'd be furious if someone were to file divorce without my permission. When things like this happen, I've got no choice but to tell you everything that's going on. What the heck are you talking about? What do you mean by everything? I mean, I'm not the one who's treating my older brother like a parasite. That would be you. But now he's able to live off the money I make. I'm not the one who's a parasite, Haley. What? I don't get what you mean. I'm sure Nick could have married a more beautiful woman that obeys him. Of course, to a girl who's younger and prettier than me. But now he can't live without me in his life. That's why he can't marry another woman, even if he really tried to not love me. I do wonder what to call this situation if I'm not the parasite here. Whoa, okay, just hang on a minute, okay? What's wrong with my brother living off your earnings? My brother is a successful freelancer. You both earn a lot of money. He's made a lot of money by starting his own company and leaving his other job. I'm sure that income is more than double what it used to be. He's using my money because his freelancing job isn't going so well. He's earning half the income that he earned at his previous job. He's more dependent on me now to earn money for the family. What? That can't be. How can he be dependent on you? It's true, Haley. He said that work is harder to come by than he expected it to be. He's doing his best in sales, but don't you think he's too kind? That's why he gets haggled to only paying the lowest price for his services. So it doesn't lead well into the next job he does. To be honest, his income hasn't increased at all. Are you for real? He's earning pennies for all his hard work? This isn't fair. That's why he can't live without me, because I part out a lot for us. I pay for all the living expenses and taxes. Sometimes I even help him out when he gets into debt or takes too much from his overdraft. But my brother's the one paying for my school tuition. Since my parents are no longer around, he's taken over in their place. He's been paying for my fees for quite a long time. It's impossible for my brother to have such a small income and still pay my fees.
That's right. I didn't have enough money to pay for your schooling, so she's been the one helping pay for you. Actually, she paid for all of your tuition.
Wait, you're the one who's been paying my fees? Wait a minute, is that you, Nick?
And yet what did you do for me, Haley? I can't believe that you filed a divorce between Selena and I without telling us. Did we even ask you to do that at all? Did I ask you to release me from this family? Why would you do such a selfish thing to someone who's been trying to help you?
I've only been thinking about what's best for you, my brother. I've only been used to you being in my grasp, not another woman's. Even though she's your wife, she's making you do almost everything at home and leaving it all up to you. That's not your job, it's a woman's job. I definitely thought that he was suffering under your command.
And whose idea was it that the housework should be done by the wife? Your ideology is so archaic, Haley. You're just a student. So why are you being so stubborn and acting like this toward me?
I'm just looking out for my brother. Are you really not the one paying for my schooling? Is it actually her?
Yes, she's been paying for you to go to school. since I failed to become more independent. I couldn't wait to show her this side of me, but she wanted to remain kind to you and try to pay for all of your tuition by herself.
Oh, is that how it went down then?
What's more, I asked you to think about my feelings in all of this, and this is what you do to me. She's a lovely and kind-hearted person. I've been very lucky to have married a woman like her. But because of you, it's completely ruined. How on earth will you take responsibility for this?
What? I don't know how. I was just trying to protect you from her. I never thought something like this would happen.
If you don't take responsibility for what you've done, I wouldn't bother showing your face in front of us ever again. I don't want to see your smug face in front of me or my wife.
But what for? I hardly did anything wrong. It was all just a misunderstanding, that's all.
You should be the one to repay back the tuition that she paid for. Whatever you do, even if it's just a loan, it'll definitely be repaid. That's the least you can do for me, as I looked out for you since our parents died. Other than that, I've got no intention of having anything to do with you anymore.
Now, please, just wait a minute, Nick. It sounds like you're wanting to cut me out of the family. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not just wanting to do that. I'm going to do that so we don't have you ruining anything more in our marriage. I've said this so many times already. I want nothing to do with you anymore. I tried and I tried, but I'm done.
What does this mean?
Don't show your face at my house ever again. I should have done this a while ago. Enjoy life by yourself, little sister.
No, Nick, please. You can't do this to me. You're all I've got. Don't leave me alone. I later found out that the divorce papers were not filed properly. Thanks to the government's response, the general rule is that they don't accept submission by anyone other than the people involved with the divorce. So it seems that the divorce wasn't accepted by the courts. However, Nick had no intention on forgiving Haley for what she's done. From now on, it seems that he'll not provide her with any assistance other than her school fees. He's also ordered her to repay the debt for submitting divorce papers without our permission. With that, she started to work part-time at a bar to pay it off. In order to not get on her brother's bad side any more than she has, I hear that she's working hard on her studies and paying off the money she owes him. The kinder people are, the more angry they get when you betray them. Nick said that no matter what happens, he won't interact with her anymore. And that's what he'd do for the rest of his life.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.